you sing.
Of all the Wisconsin historical markers out there, I'm surprised this one is still in place, that nobody has come along and taken it. No disrespect intended, but what was his parents thinking? Only 8 hours of driving and 300 some miles later, the adventure begins now, right here at this free campsite. Hey sightseers, Sightseeing Sally here. As you can see, I just scored a really awesome campsite. Totally free and all alone, except for Mr. Squirrel up there, who's probably annoyed with me that I'm invading his space. But too bad for Mr. Squirrel, because I'm going to be here for the next couple of nights along with Miss Scientific, who's due here, I would say any minute now, except I'm pretty sure she's going to be a few hours, which means I've got duty for camp setup. And that's going to hardly get done if I'm sitting here. So I'm going to go set up camp now. As you can see, dinner's cooking. It's double trouble. I felt like we had to be really quiet because it was so quiet before when I was here alone, except next door there's crying kids. They've quieted down now, but Dad, if you're watching, we have built-in bear protection next door. Just saying. Good morning, YouTube. Nothing like a cup of fresh hot coffee and the sounds of joyous children in the background to start your day. I would prefer the sounds of nature, but you take the good with the bad, I guess. And in all reality, I'd rather listen to the sounds of children than the sounds of fireworks going off all night long. Somebody's still sleeping. I suspect Miss Scientific's going to be sleeping a while. So while she's doing that, why don't I bring you over by the lake so you can see what makes this place such a great place to camp, besides the fact that it's free. Now this is what I call the ideal spot to enjoy your morning coffee. By the way, every great adventure starts with a pair of Bigfoot doing yoga socks. Now, as much as I enjoy the free boondocking out in the desert, there's just something about camping up here in the North Woods where you have all the trees, the lakes, the tranquility of all that. The desert just can't match that. So, hopefully you enjoy checking out this part of free camping with me. God willing, I'll be doing more of this here in the near future. Towards the end, Mabel was getting pretty needy and required a lot of attention and really just didn't have much time to do anything else. And as much as I wish she was here with me, I miss her so much, I know what we did was the right thing. which means less responsibility, more time for myself, I guess. Anyways, instead of moping about Mabel, let's go back to camp and see about waking Miss Scientific up and get her day going. Yeah! Woohoo! I just realized something. This whole time I've been talking, I had an eyelash on my glasses. Now, I could just reshoot the video clips, but in the interest of keeping it real, I'm just leaving it. Haters are gonna hate, so what's the difference? Meanwhile, back at camp, one of the locals decided to join us for breakfast. I think he was hoping I wouldn't notice him. With only so much to do at our free campsite, we decide to head up to the shores of Lake Superior to see what we can find. I think Lake Superior is becoming one of my favorite places to explore. Just look at how beautiful it is here. From what I've seen, I don't think you'd be disappointed by anything this lake has to offer. So yeah, that's what we're doing today, checking out everything on the shore. We're even close to Canada. We're only like 50 some miles away. Maybe we'll just have to take a little jaunt up there just so I can say I saw the Canadian border, because I've never done that before. By the way, where we're camping is not too far from here, so if you were to figure out where it is that we're camping for free, you could come out here and enjoy this beautiful space. And if you haven't noticed, the trees are already starting to turn up here. And there's Canada. Hello and goodbye, Canada. The closest we're gonna get without a passport. This just reinforces the need for me to get a passport. What I've been saying. Now I know why they call this God's country. It's just amazing. On our hikes, you'll notice Miss Scientific sporting a new hydration backpack courtesy of EVERFUN. They sent me this pack to try out along with a 30-can cooler backpack, not shown here, from their Amazon store. And so far, I have to say we're quite impressed with their products. So thank you, EVERFUN, for supplying us with some much-needed hiking gear. How do you know when you're close to a waterfall? All you have to do is listen. What do you think? You game for some adventure? Oh, check this out. That was literally just yesterday. Now that's a waterfall. I lied. This is the closest we'll get to Canada without a passport, because right on the other side of the Pigeon River is Canada. I have to say, this was probably one of the most impressive waterfalls I've seen so far. Taking 5 seconds to take a quick look. The video does not do this justice. By now, some of you are probably wondering where it is that we're camping for free. Stick around to the end, and I'll share with you where it is that you too can camp with such awesome views. It's a great way to start the day, don't you think? Listening to the peaceful sounds of nature. I don't know, maybe not everybody gets into that, but I sure do. Another beautiful morning out here. I thought I'd come down by the lake and sit for a while because Miss Scientific likes to sleep a lot later than I do. What's happening here? First stop of the day, Cascade Falls. So I thought I could hear the falls, and then I came up over here, and there it is! Which way are we going? Okay, that's not what we're doing. How to make your mom nervous in 5 seconds or less. Because all I can think of are hikers slipping and falling to their demise. Besides getting my mom groove on, I am in quite awe of the falls. If you go up a little bit farther, you can see this. From here, it looks like just a short drop. And then I'll show you the view that Miss Scientific has from over there. I have to say that the Midwestern states surprise me all the time with all the beauty that can be found here. As we're hiking along, we're discovering there are a series of waterfalls cascading along the river, hence the name Cascade Falls. Well, our little adventure is taking a bit of a turn. Seems I've got the start of a migraine coming on. We'll see how I fare. I may have to call it short. Hopefully not. Thought maybe taking a little break might help. Hopefully. There's 5 benefits to eating pink gooseberries. Boost immune system, reduce stress and anxiety, promote digestive health, delivers antioxidants, detoxifies the body. I mean, that's what I need to do. Eat more of these. Can I have another one? Seeing as you took 2, well, yeah. Oh, that one came out perfect.
Have you hugged a tree today?
Not yet. We've come to a juncture in the trail. Do we do Lookout Mountain or 96 steps to the river? If you think you know which one we picked, leave it in the comments section below. With all the cool stuff to do in the vicinity of our campsite, we definitely hit the jackpot when it came to free camping. And this is why it's not going to take us only 20 minutes to get to the top of the mountain. As you can see, we've been heading uphill. Good news is that it'll be all downhill on the way back. How much further do you think?
Well, you know, 1, 2, 3.
Miles or steps? I'm at that point where I'm like, do I give up? Because, or keep going. But I'm gonna keep going because there's no way in heck I've come this far. Am I gonna miss it? Power through. Oh boy. Do you want to go first or should I?
I'll go first.
Look at her go! Powering through! Well, it's not like she has to power through. I'm the one that's got to power through, but here goes nothing. And look at that! According to this, we made it! Woohoo! I did it! Victory! Look at that. Lovely view. Can you believe this view is totally amazing? And then over there is Lake Superior. Wow. I'm so glad we didn't turn back. I'm glad I powered through it. This has got to be where the saying, on top of the world, comes from, because that's what this feels like.
Look at that.
Having conquered Lookout Mountain and my migraine, the next order of business was to collect some firewood for our evening campfire. After loading Miss Scientific's car up with all that wood, it was dirty, so I had to clean it up. Easy breezy. As you can see, we're back at camp. Miss Scientific's got the fire going for our last fire tonight, and I've got soup on. Well, if you want to get technical about it, I think this lovely lady did pretty much everything while I just messed around putting stuff away in my car. Because tomorrow we're breaking camp, going our separate ways. Miss Scientific has to work, unfortunately, and I'm going to be moving on to a state park where I'm going to camp a night or two by myself. Oh, and that weird thing you see sticking out of my hair just happens to be one of my new earrings that I bought, artisan made, locally by somebody from around here, we believe. Pretty cool, huh? I think somebody over there is rolling her eyes, but that's okay. We're all about weird, and I'm gonna say the apple doesn't fall far from the tree.
Throw your back into it.
Well, at least I cut this part out. Cut it off. Fell off. It's our last morning with this awesome view. Before I go any further though, I want to give a special shout out to Michael, fellow sightseer from Kentucky, for becoming my latest patron on Patreon. Thank you, Michael. Get ready to hit the road, and this little fellow came to say goodbye. If you're curious about where we've been camping, we've been up here in the Superior National Forest, and as you can see, there are a ton of camping options up here. You've got the fee campgrounds, quite a few of them to choose from, or if you're like me and you like free, there's all the rustic campgrounds to choose from. Things to keep in mind though when it comes to rustic camping is that there is no garbage and no water available. So whatever you bring in, you gotta bring out. And you got to bring your own water or treat the water that's there. Lastly, you have to be aware of the wildlife that like to sneak into your campground and take your food. So, because there are also bears around here, you need to use proper techniques for preventing bears from stealing your food or attacking your tent. Right, Dad? Now that you know the deets on where we've been staying the last few days, check out my new campsite here at Cascade Falls.